हर कोई मेरे से अच्छा भी बन सकता है और मेरे से अच्छा भी बन सकता है, लेकिन बस द डील इज whether he understands the thing or not. And एक और thing है, क्योंकि everyone most of the people say that you are extraordinary, and I say that everyone is extraordinary, because I want to say that everyone is extraordinary and a skilled person in very different fields. Like I'm good at academics, I'm good at space, someone is good at creativity, someone is good at art, someone is good at linguistic intelligence. So there are thousands of aspects. So thousands of fields. So some would be good in that field. Some is a good painter. So anyone is a good artist. So there are different types of field, and there are different types of intelligence. So I want to say that in every field, I want to say that everyone is extraordinary in a different field. So if he will be cope up in that field and he will be nurtured properly, then he can easily rise up, and he can be successful in that field. I want to say that he was one of the smartest man in his era, and he gave a lot of to our country, our nation, because he gave Arthashastra and Chanakya Niti, which was the big books, and his main work was that he established the largest empire till now of the Indian history, the Mauryan Empire, and declined one of the big empires of that time, which was Nanda dynasty, and they created a very, very much larger than the dynasty, which was Mauryan dynasty. So it's a great work. मैं ये भी कहना चाहूँगा, क्योंकि खेलना कूदना भी एक फील्ड है, क्योंकि अगर हम देखें तो बहुत बच्चे हैं जो खेलने कूदने में इतना आगे हैं कि वो पढ़ाई में इतना अच्छा नहीं कर पाते हैं. और मैं ये भी बताना चाहूँगा क्योंकि जो खेलने कूदने में हमको पढ़ने से कम एनर्जी लगती है, क्योंकि when we learn, so then our mind energy, then our potential, then our kinetic energy uses, and when we play, then simple energy, like I want to say that more energy when we read, or when we read academics, or when we study, then the more energy put on is when you study. But when you play, very much less energy is there. There's only physical energy, because there's no use of mentability, and there is only physical work. If you use your mental work, then it's a kind of good thing. But I want to say that till now we go do facts that the biggest scientists, like we can say Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking, or these kind of scientists have used just 5 to 9% of their mental growth, or 5 to 9% of their mind. And I want to say that we can use 100% of our mind. And I want to say that if in any field it can be, but it should be in your field, because you can cope up in your field better than any other. And if you can take some examples, and I want to say that Sachin Tendulkar would not be better profession as he's a cricketer. So I want to say that there are many fields. So if he's cope up in that field, which is his own field, he's being nurtured properly in that field, then he will be cope up very fast, and in very fast manner he would be rising up, and he would be succeed. I want to be a space scientist, and I want to give new theories, and I want to make some new project for the humanities, for the human life, because I want to say that in the next generation, in the next few years, in the next near future, the work of space would be more. And I want to say that as nowadays only the work of space has been increased, as we know that internet and these kind of things have came. And I want to say that if we will work on that field, if we will work on the space, then only we will be successful, because space is very vast, it is endless, and it's one of the, you can say, one of the deepest subject, one of the deepest field, one of the deepest thing which we can go. And we have just done a very much little part of it, and it is endless, so we can do a lot more. मैं बच्चों के लिए ये कहना चाहूँगा कि सबसे पहले, क्योंकि जो बच्चे हैं उनको पहले अपनी ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट पे, ऑलराउंड डेवलपमेंट पे फोकस करना चाहिए, लेकिन जब उनका फील्ड क्लियर हो जाए तो उनको I want to say to the parents only that they should nurture them. And one of the main thing I want to say about my life, I'm just 10 years old, but I want to say that when I was very small, then my parents, my grandfather, or when I asked them questions, they answered me. So my grasping power, they didn't let my grasping power end, and they answered my questions. So that was also my main plus point that I gained this stage. So if I want to say that to parents, that if a child If a child questions them a mischievous thing or very good questions, so they should not say that it's upper your level. They should say that you can do it, and they won't tell him the answer. And if, because a child grasps very early, as it's a complete it's a complete fresh brain, you can say, and it's nothing it put inside, so a child can grasp very much faster. I want to say that what success is it like I want to say that you know what's a person's dream. If it is if he is trying to success and he is proceeding it, so you can see that he's in the way of success. And some like a person who is persuade, or a person who is confident, and a person who is hardworking, he can achieve it very early.